this seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now here's Porzingis following the miss by Jamal Murray. Redick finds Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Outside for Redick. Fires for three. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Powell kicks to Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one drops for him.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Now here's Jokic. Back to Porter. Murray with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. And Bol wide open. He shoots. And that one no good to start him off on the night. Here's Powell. It's Richardson on the wing. Doncic dishes to Richardson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Here's Redick after the basket by Will Barton. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. Bol tips it back in.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Redick. 1:44 left to play in the first. Lets it go from deep. Jokic with the steal. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Now Jokic taking initiative on defense, showing he has those hands on that end of the floor as well.
To the paint. Porter with the steal. And another fast break opportunity for Denver. Here we go. Keeps it alive. And Murray with the second chance points. Murray's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Porzingis finds Richardson. And stolen by Murray. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Porter's running.
Jamal Murray's hands on defense right there, being disruptive and staying active.
Mavericks trail by 10. Doncic outside. To end the run. It's good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Murray the pass to Porter. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Passes to Powell. Down low. Goes up on the block. The three. It doesn't go for him. Barton with some nice D. And Murray. Here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Melly in at the four-man position.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Pass to Melly. Here's Brunson. No good on the three. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Wow, hammering it in.
I think Paul Millsap's time both in Utah and in Atlanta in the systems of ball movement are helping out this offense now.
Now here's Brunson. The pass to Burke to the paint. Here's Melly. Millsap covering. Pocket six. Stolen. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. The Nuggets leading by 14. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. They get it again. And McGee kicks to Gordon. Back to McGee. And there it is for him. McGee's got his first points of the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Brunson. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Dozier passes to Gordon. To the wing right side. The Nuggets with a new 14. Millsap dishes to McGee. Back to Millsap. 5 on the clock. Here's Gordon. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
For Nuggets, JaMychal Green, Jamal Murray.
Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Burke. Back to Brunson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Hardaway against Millsap. Now here's Burke. D right on him. And nothing is falling for him right now. For three, Murray. And Green slams it in.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Now here's Brunson. Marjanovic kicks to Brunson. He dishes it to Burke. Inside. Here's Marjanovic. McGee with the block. Campazzo. Brunson covering. To the middle. And the slam dunk by McGee.
flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And last season he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Both teams will make substitutions. The Nuggets leading by 19. Now here's Murray. He has 6. Puts it up from 15. Here's Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Brunson. Richardson outside. Passes it to Porzingis. Jokic with the steal. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Boy, his game is all about speed. He gets out quickly on the break there and finishes that too.
Here's Brunson. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries. 20 seconds left now here in the second. Murray against Brunson. 11 feet away. It's blocked. Here's Powell. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And one of the strengths of this Denver team is their depth. Shaq, it's been that way for a while. And that's
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. And Doncic. Here we go.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Murray surveying the D. Shoots over Doncic. The Nuggets with another miss. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Doncic with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. There's the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Porzingis with the block. And they'll keep possession.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Nuggets leading by 13. McGee with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Campazzo. Up again, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, although undersized, Millsap is a very, very hard worker. Uses his quickness that time.
Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him. Pass to Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Gordon. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. The Nuggets have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Dozier. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. Mavericks running again. Doncic finds Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Denver leading by 13. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 12-4 run. Powell, the pass to Finney-Smith. Stolen by McGee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Richardson.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 16. To the inside. To the left side wing. A 3-ball. Denver grabs the miss. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Ball kicks to Dozier. No good on the triple. And here's the fast break. Brunson with a clean look. Dallas, no good that time either. 3-on-3. Here's Bol. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. We've got Hardaway. J.J. Redick is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Brunson in at the point. Mavericks trail by 16. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Outside Hardaway. To the paint. Cauley-Stein kicks to Hardaway. And the pass to Brunson. 5 to shoot. Inside, Cauley-Stein. Shooting foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Hardaway with the steal. Redick passes to Kleba. Kicks it to Hardaway. Back to Kleba. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Redick with the bucket.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
Brunson against Murray. Here's Jokic. Oh, that's offensive interference. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon comes in for Barton. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Redick kicks to Doncic. Redick against Green. Powell, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Doncic against Murray.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Powell, the pass to Richardson. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The drive by Green. That one goes. Counted.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Richardson up top, defended by Gordon, and that one drops.
He's got to pay better attention to Richardson, one of the better shooters on the roster. This time, he gets it done from the mid-range.
Murray against Doncic. Now Murray. McGee in the corner. Jacks up a three. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Back to Richardson. There's 1:54 left in the fourth. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
At the line for your Nuggets,
And the first one at the line is good.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league. The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Jokic against Powell. And another miss by Denver. Mavericks trail by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Denver.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for JaVale McGee.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. Pass to McGee. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. The city of Dallas, Texas. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, DH.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now, here's Nurkic, and it's Lillard missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Porzingis with the ball. Pass to Doncic. Richardson outside. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's Richardson, following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Doncic. Basket is good. He'll get it. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
To the middle and finished off by Nurkic.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Powell, the pass to Doncic. Richardson against McCollum. Richardson, good.
They've come out with guns blazing, 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Richardson outside. Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And then Lillard slams it in.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
And here is Doncic. And the basket is good.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now, here's Lillard. Feeds it to McCollum. Lillard outside. Mavericks leading by 3. Powell kicks to Porzingis. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. McCollum, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Lillard against Doncic. Great D that time from Nurkic. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Doncic looking it over. .44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Powell, that's good.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Doncic outside. Count it.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Down low, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And Doncic, here we go. Fires for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 9.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level.
And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. The Mavericks on top, up 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Anthony. Giles is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Anthony down low, makes it off the glass.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Looking over the floor. Now the pass to CLA Stein. And he makes that one.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
This is a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Simons, the pass to Canner. Here's Simons. Back to Canner. And the rejection by CLA Stein.
Capable of being a defensive anchor. Keith CLA Stein is positioning himself to swat shots.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Back to Brunson. Goes up to the stripe. And CLA Stein throws it down.
Wow, at 7 feet tall, CLA Stein is a major threat to throw it down. If he gets the ball close to the rim, the D is pretty much toast.
And it's good for 2.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Now here's Burke. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Dallas moving the ball around. The shot by CLA Stein, no good.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple.
Oh! No. That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
No.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. It's Hardaway with the drive. And again, Dallas turns it over. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And here are the Mavericks now. Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Brunson the pass to CLA Stein. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, man. CLA Stein is just a workhorse down inside, and because of his efforts, he earns a lot of tough foul calls in the process.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Zingas is checked in for Mellon. Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell checked in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Up top, Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. And CLA Stein with the basket on the assist by Doncic. CLA Stein's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. Lillard outside. And the basket is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
McCollum against Richardson. CLA Stein trying to free himself up. Richardson, no luck.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
You're not gonna see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Oh, Covington in position. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Lillard. Pulls it from 20. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Powell kicks to Covington. Porzingis with the steal. Pass to CLA Stein. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Now the Mavericks moving it up, pushing it up. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Foul for three, and that one released in time, but no good. Back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. Some incredible work in this one by Willie Cauley Stein. He had 12 points, 2.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley Stein.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
This was a huge bonus for this team. I mean, they weren't expecting it, but they will absolutely take it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Dwight Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Lillard scanning the floor. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Lillard's got 8 points.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Count the basket. He's got 14.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Lillard. Oh, wow!
Nice. Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Lillard against Doncic. Cauley Stein kicks to Doncic. Outside for Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the Mavericks score.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control simply sublime.
Mavericks trail by 3. Outside, Redick. Fires, high post, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And an intentional foul right there. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for Doncic. Here's Simons, covered by Redick. Anthony taking his time here. An easy 2 points on the layup. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Redick inside the line, and Jones pulls it down, and that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for J.J. Redick. Simons, the pass to Anthony. Shoots. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 5-point Portland lead.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is. This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, it's taken on a different feel since the break. You can see how many more hustle plays are being made.
Porzingis. Dallas, no good that time either. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Giles. Finished off the break.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Hardaway for 3, but he gets it back. Pass to Marjanovic. It's stolen by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Jones, no luck. The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Hardaway goes in. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Simons, the pass to Jones. 12 seconds left in the third. Passes it to Giant. Back to Jones. Portland needs to get off the shot. Here's Simon. Off target from three-point range. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. McCollum outside. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
And you look at Robert Covington, first-team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Can't cash in from the high post. Trailblazers leading by 5. There's the lob to the hoop and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And he comes up with the deuce.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Lillard against Doncic. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. The shot's good. Lillard's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
Redick with the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein comes in for Porzingis. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Doncic. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. The dish to Nurkic, and it's McCollum in the corner. He kicks to Powell. Lets it go. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Mavericks trail by 7. Redick passes to Cauley Stein. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
You can see CLA Stein starting to put it all together. Hopefully he begins to do this on a more consistent basis.
Now here's Powell. D right on him. He feeds it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
Oh, you see that? And CLA Stein's teammates want him to take these shots. I mean, because they believe in his shooting ability.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's McCollum. The pass to Simons. It's Powell on the wing. Dishes it to Nurkic. Shooting foul. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Josh Richardson. Doncic with the bucket.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. It's a 5-point game from the baseline. Lillard with the rebound.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Outside Anthony. McCollum outside from deep. Not going to go that time. Dallas with the ball. They trail by 7. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. McCollum outside. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now, CLA Stein.
Got to appreciate watching Lillard give his all on D, showing a real desire.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Bull in at the 5, home in the paint. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at center.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now, here's Bull. The kick out to Barton. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. McCollum passes to Nurkic. That's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Basket counts. Bull's got his second bucket.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
The pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot goes in.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Lillard against Murray. Passes to Jokic. Portland grabs the miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shakes him, and it's good on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Lillard. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Outside, Covington. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Barton kicks the ball. Covington with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Boy, you look at Covington. He is a superb defender who knows how to get to his spots. Very effective as a two-way threat.
Murray against Lillard. Takes it from 10. Murray dishes to Barton. Murray the pass to Bull. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Now Jokic. 2 points. That one goes.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Nuggets making a change here. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Simons. Dishes to Anthony. To the inside. Jokic with the steal. Back to Millsap. It's deflected. Now here's Cantor. Jones, the pass to Simons. Back to Jones.
That's rock-solid defense right there. Jokic bodied him up and then affected the trajectory of the shot.
It's all tied in Portland. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter.
Southwest, I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
They've got Anthony. He's out there with Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. To the right side. And there's the pass to Simons. Kicks to Kanter. 6 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Denver in the lead. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Dozier. To the paint. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Simons surveying the D. Back to Giles. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Dozier, defended by Jones. Porter kicks to Dozier. Just 4 to shoot. Feeds to McGee. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Portland trailing here. And here's Kanter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to Simons. Outside Anthony. Just 5 on the clock. Out left to the wing. Millsap with the steal. It's tipped. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
So for the Trailblazers, outside Gordon. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Green finds Millsap. Back to Green. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. And the 3 off target. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Inside. A shot. That one off the back iron and out. Portland leading. In the corner, Powell with it. Pass to Lillard. Fires the 3. That shot, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. The feed to Green. 6 feet out.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Murray against Lillard. The pass to Covington. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Murray kicks to Dozier. Murray against McCollum. Murray the pass to Bull. Goes back up. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. He got it up. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that should...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Cole is out there with Jokic. And there's Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. Back to Nurkic. It's Powell on the wing. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And boy, he can strike at any time.
Lillard against Murray. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And that one's good. Jokic.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, He's looking at having a very big second half.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Takes it out to Covington. Back to Nurkic. In the corner, Powell with it. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Covington. His first shot coming late. The shot by Powell, no good. The Nuggets trail. Here's Gordon, and he banks in the layup.
And Gordon is a guy who is going to take advantage of these drives to the basket. Just feast on them. He's got a killer mindset.
Lillard with it. He's got 8. Knocks it loose. McCollum passes to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the game to go. The Nuggets shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. And it's Murray penetrating. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Lillard against Murray. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open with the putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. Jokic with it. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Lillard, bounce pass. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Lillard misses.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
For Denver, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And that one's good. Jokic.
This is a big guy, a mountain of a man. I mean, Jokic is a sturdy, thick 250 pounds on him. It's going to take a bigger bump to disrupt this shot than that one.
Lillard, right side. To the paint. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The Nuggets leading by 3. Outside, Green. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Dozier kicks to Millsap. And contact. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets lead by 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Murray, good.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Here's Simons, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Giles is checked in. The Nuggets leading by 4. Now Murray. Pass to Jokic. The rebound by Giles. And for Portland, they're shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Back to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
It's Jones on the wing. Passes it to Giles. Kicks it out to Jones. Outside Anthony. 5 to shoot. The dish to Kanter. Jokic trying to free himself up. Kanter's shot is off. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Harry Giles. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. McCollum's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the Nuggets making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Murray surveying the D. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Damian Lillard.
Cannot get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
And so Murray nails both of them. Trailblazers trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Lillard. Got a hand on it. Nurkic the pass to Kanter. Lillard outside. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Now here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Back to Lillard. McCollum outside. Beyond the arc. Lets it go with a 3. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Murray against Lillard. Now here's Murray. Guarded closely. Bull kicks to Murray. Denver needs to get off his shot. Bull, that's good.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Nurkic kicks it out to Lillard. This one for 3. And it's Lillard again missing.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Gordon finds Jokic. Here's Bull, all alone. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And now it's a 10-point Nugget lead. Lillard against Murray. McCollum outside. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Sinks the three-pointer.
Potent with and without the ball, McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Murray the pass to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Back to Gordon. Nurkic with the steal.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official. Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Murray dishes the Bull. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Three-pointer Lillard connects from downtown.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks had far and away.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Bull in its center. And for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic. Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Here's Doncic. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement. And You can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Finney Smith passes to Powell. That one good for 2.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
And it's Murray penetrating. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Luka Doncic. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of this game. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And like his father, Manute, Bole's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Now, here's Richardson. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Now, here's Richardson, following the miss by Jamal Murray. Finney Smith passes to Richardson. Powell kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Finney Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Doncic outside over Murray. Doncic, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Doncic against Murray. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Ball with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Passes it to Finney Smith. To the inside. Richardson kicks to Powell. Shoots it up. And the shot is long. And here comes the break. Here's Barton. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. Richardson outside. Porzingis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
Now here's Murray. Now here's Bol. That one goes. Count it.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. There's the pass to Finney Smith. Takes the 3. And Bol pulls it down. Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Richardson outside. Over Gordon. Richardson, no luck.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point. Boy, it looked like the D was going to get to that shot, but what a job he did to change his release and get the lay-in.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas, no good that time either. And it's the Nuggets ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. And the dunk by Bol.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Doncic dishes to Powell. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, this is where Dwight Powell is in his element. All of those physical abilities coming to bear on the interior. Nicely done.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Denver on top. They lead by... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Paul Millsap, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Burke with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. Yep, that one goes in there. Denver in the lead. There's the dish to McGee. Astonagi shoots over Brunson. Cauley Stein against McGee. Here's Melly. Pass to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking for Cauley Stein. He gets it there. Back to Brunson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Dozier. Nails the baby hook.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Greg, you've always said, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Melly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And here's McGee. Out to the wing. Outside Millsap. Here's Dozier. Burke grabs the miss. Outside Hardaway. Passes it to Cauley Stein. Back to Burke. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Burke's got 4 points this quarter. The Nuggets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mavericks trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Stolen by Gordon. Jumps up. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Richardson.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Denver making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Barton against Richardson. Here's Bull. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Bull's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Richardson outside. Powell down low. He's against Jokic. Porzingis finds Doncic.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And it's Gordon penetrating. Here's Bull with some arc, and he lays it up and in. Bull's got 6 in the quarter.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Dishes to Powell. Just 3 on the clock. That one misses. And so it's Denver.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see Bull having an outstanding game. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the 3rd quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from Bull.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
They've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Here's Murray. The pass to Jokic, kicks it out to Gordon. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Richardson. No good. And the Nuggets going the other way. Jokic passes to Murray. It's good. Murray's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Nuggets.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Murray dishes the Bull. Back to Murray. Five on the clock. And it's Murray with the jam.
Really enjoy seeing Murray operate in these types of situations, just keeping his composure and draining the high-pressure shots.
And stolen by Murray. Here's Barton. And foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Poked away. Now Millsap. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Now the feed to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Cauley Stein kicks to Hardaway. Brunson scanning the floor. 4 on the clock. The Mavericks rebound. Right wing. Melly passes to Cauley Stein. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
It's a problem trying to deal with the athleticism of Aaron Gordon. You've got to be more careful as a defender.
The Nuggets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Porzingis passes to Powell. Over to the left wing. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. Stolen by McGee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Campazzo finished off the break. He has 6.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Outside Millsap. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. It's Barton on the wing. Denver needs to get off his shot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
I see him.
Barton against Richardson. Porzingis trying to get free. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Richardson attacking. Porzingis. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Right back after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Come on, fans, get on your feet, make some noise.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Green is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Dozier in at the 2 spot. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Green leading the charge. Campazzo, Burke covering. That's tipped. Hardaway with it. Working on Green. The Nuggets leading by 21. So the wing on the left. Right side Millsap. Tries again. And McGee kicks to Green. Offline with his 3. And it's Burke with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. Back to Millsap. Feeds it to McGee. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Big group substitution here for Denver. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Doncic looking it over. Down low. Kicks it out to Richardson. Launches it. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Denver leading by 19. That's tipped. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Doncic. It's good.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Denver's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Murray against Doncic. Now, here's Bull. He's covered closely. Chalk up 2 there.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Up top, Doncic. Good work there as it goes.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Murray with it. And it's Murray with the jam.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Goes up from the top of the key. Again, the Mavericks score.
We know this. Doncic is an aggressive, thirsty scorer. If you allow airspace, even in the mid-range, he's going to make you pay.
Murray surveying the D. And stolen by Richardson.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Denver.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Bull.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Here's Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Porzingis at the elbow. Now here's Porter. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Dozier. Murray outside. Good on the triple. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Love the determination by Murray on defense, really doing his best to pester these shooters.
And The Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. Soaring high above. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Doncic against Powell. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brent, know each other very well.
Very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference. At 280 pounds, I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
Doncic feeling it out. Powell finds Doncic. Up again. That one doesn't drop. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Lillard outside. Count it.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Doncic. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
McCollum kicks to Powell. Now the pass to Covington. Just 5 on the clock. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lillard's got 7 points in the game. Powell against Covington. Powell the pass to Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Out to Doncic. To the paint. Here's Powell. Porzingis trying to get free. Powell. That's good.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard the pass to McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Launches a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. Yep, it counts.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Covington dishes to McCollum. And it's off from 3-point range. Mavericks trail by 8. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time. No doubt about that one.
Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff. Doncic against Nurkic. Great D that time from Nurkic. Doncic with the steal. Here's Porzingis. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
McCollum against Richardson. And good that time.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Mavericks trail by 8. Doncic with it. Porzingis finds Powell to the middle. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, the closer Porzingis gets to the basket, the more aggressive he becomes, and for good reason. He's going to get fouled.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game. He hits the second from the line. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Giles. Pass to Simons. Back to Giles. Intercepted. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Anthony. He's out there with Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. Out to the right wing, back to Redick. Over McCollum. No good off the back of the rim.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
There's the 3. That shot off. Mavericks trail by 5. Kleba inside. Anthony on him. Kleba with the bucket.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
To the inside. Hardaway with the steal. And they're on the break. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Giles checked in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Giles. Trailblazers moving the ball around. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hardaway passes to Redick. Now here's Brunson. To the middle. It's deflected. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Cauley Stein. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Kanter, the pass to Simons. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Cauley Stein. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Cauley Stein. That shot misses. Anthony with the defensive effort. Trailblazers leading by 3. The pass to Giles. And he uses the glass on the layup. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Here's Kanter. After the basket by Willie Cauley Stein. Here's Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
1:06 left to play here in the half. Portland again missing. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Here's Lillard after Luka Doncic's bucket. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And they call the foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Doncic against Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Pass to Giles. Crafty move. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
And that'll do it for the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to two. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 9 points, 2 assists, and that'll do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Richardson finds Doncic. And they pick up 2.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Count that one.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Porzingis.
It's so difficult not to foul Lillard. He has so many tricks up his sleeve, and you never know exactly how to shade him defensively.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Lillard following the score by Dallas. Simons surveying the D. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
Portland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Giles checked in for Portland. Jones comes in for Damian Lillard. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley-Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Trailblazers trail by 3. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there, gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
Here's Doncic. Portland grabs the miss. And now Portland on the break. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Lillard's checked in for Portland. For the lead. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Brunson, no good. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Lillard against Brunson. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Back to Cantor. Anthony down low. Guarded by Hardaway. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Melo playing de facto point guard here as the ball handler, working on the pick and roll. So it's another element that's going to be tough to stop.
Now here's Burke. Get that out of here. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Here's Jones. Giles the pass to Carmelo. Stolen by Brunson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And that's an intentional foul. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And 1:01 left to play in the third. Hardaway. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Giles kicks to Jones. Back to Giles. Outside, Jones. 5 to shoot. Passes to Simons. Shoots over Brunson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Simons has got 4 this quarter.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Here's Cauley-Stein. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Lobs it up for Cantor. Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Good on both. Now Lillard. Here's the three. Doesn't go for him. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Portland out in front, up 3. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard against Doncic. Powell trying to free himself up, and it's Doncic missing. And the dunk by Powell.
Man, when he's playing under control, which is most of the time, McCollum is very effective setting up teammates.
Doncic against Lillard. And it's Doncic missing. Trailblazers leading by 7. McCollum from deep 3-point land. It's good on the putback. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. And that's 18 points for Luka Doncic.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. Now, here's Kanter. And here is Powell. Now here's McCollum. Here's Kanter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Brunson against Covington. Brunson no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Portland leading by 7. McCollum with the ball. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. On defense, the Mavericks. Portland moving the ball around. The shot's good from Kanter. Kanter's got his first bucket in this one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
Porzingis plays with a high motor. We've seen in the early part of his career have very good starts to seasons and then struggling maybe in the second half of the year. We'd like to see that stamina all year long, at least for a full season.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Lillard subbed in for Fernie Simons. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Doncic. And Covington sends it back. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. Offensive rebound. Lillard outside. Fires from deep. McCollum no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Kanter's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein. He's checked in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Lillard scanning the floor. Kanter, the pass to Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. 2 on the clock. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Outside, Porzingis shoots over Nurkic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Lillard outside. Looking for Cauley Stein. He gets it there. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Now, here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
It falls. And now they trail by just 4.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Back to Cantor. And he banks in the layup.
Well, he's made some big shots dating back to his playing days in Europe. Cantor coming through here in the clutch.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Count it. And now they trail by just 4.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drains the three-pointer.
She's so good at rising, firing, and dismantling defenses.
Richardson for 3, misses. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting five. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Denver, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Murray, and it's Dozier in at the 2 spot. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Murray, the pass to McGee. Back to Murray. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Murray kicks to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA, that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot blocking ability. He times it up. When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Dozier passes to McGee, puts the move on, and the layup is good.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
Now here's Lillard. Count it, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Murray, passes it to McGee, and stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
Oh, it's great watching Lillard go after steals, showing he can take over possessions all by himself.
Murray surveying the D, pass to Gordon. Shoots over Powell, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington. Lillard outside, Anthony left side. McCollum outside. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
With the tip, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
Now here's Lillard. Inside, Jokic with the steal. Here's Gordon. Can't hit that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. 1:09 left to play here in the first. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Campazzo, he's guarded by McCollum. Stolen by Cantor. On up the court. Back to Powell. Lets the three fly. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Powell's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Anthony against Millsap. Murray right side. Pass to Jokic. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
16 seconds left in the first. Here's Simons. The pass to Carmelo. There's the triple. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of
the mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the floor for Portland, Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Anthony, and it's Simons in at the point. Harry Giles is checked in for Robert Covington.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Najee passes to Barton. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Trailblazers leading by 7. Pass to Simons. Back to Giles. Kanter finds Anthony. Here's Giles. Fires the 3. Barton with the rebound. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Good! Kanter's got 4 this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Barton outside. Bucket is good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He dishes it to Kanter. Pass to Simons. Almost, but it rolls out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Denver passing it around. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Giles. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it out to McCollum. Puts up a three. And the three ball is good. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Nuggets trail by 8. Now here's Murray. And yes, it's good.
And let's be honest, Murray has never seen a shot he didn't like, especially these mid-range jumpers.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Over Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Jones dishes to McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Jones. Powell with it. 5 points in the game. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Lillard against Murray. Pass to McGee. Here's Dozier on the pass to Jokic. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Lillard against McGee. The offensive rebound. Lillard outside. No good from outside.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
And so Murray nails both of them.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Now Lillard. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Portland did not hesitate to set the pace. At one point, they had a 9-point lead. And that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
We've got Paul Millsap. Will Barton is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Bull. It's Najee in a power forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Millsap has the open look. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Dishes it to Covington. Up and in on the layup. Covington's got the first field goal of the second half for Portland.
I mean, you can't allow Covington to beat you on the drive. Given his athleticism, you have to clog up these lanes.
Knocked loose. Barton passes to Najee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Giles. Passes it to Simons. Takes the 13-footer. And it's Denver with the rebound. And Porter, here we go. Taken away by Anthony. Now here's Jones. Defense is right there. Cantor kicks to Jones. With his first shot attempt. No good that time. And the Nuggets going the other way. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
And Millsap is a team player. Someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Simons surveying the D. To the paint. Kicks it out to Jones. Portland moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. Pass to Cantor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. Back to Gordon. There's the dish to Green. Down low. And then Gordon with the dunk.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
McCollum outside. Inside, Cantor kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Cantor. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D that time there from McGee. On the wing, Green. Defended by Covington. They get it again. Pass to Dozier. Outside Gordon. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Specialty of McGee's. I mean, he's a high-activity guy who's opportunistic on the offensive glass.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. And a wide-open look for McCollum. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got 6.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Gordon. It's stolen by Anthony. Pulls it from 20. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Looks so smooth pulling up off the dribble. I mean, McCollum very comfortable attempting these quick jump shots.
Green. Rebounded by Covington.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Anthony finds Cantor. Out to Anthony. From the arc. Stolen by McGee.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Green with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
The third quarter comes to a close. Portland out in front. They lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in its center. Murray against Lillard. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Gets the bucket, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Trailblazers leading by 5. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Lillard, the pass to Powell, to the middle. Here's Nurkic, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Denver shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Back to Gordon. Crafty move. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard scanning the floor. The putback. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 3. The drive by Gordon. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Ball kicks to Gordon. And there's the pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon to tie it up. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Covington finds Powell. Portland no good that time either. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Murray, good.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Lillard outside. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Boy, they needed that one, and Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paying off there.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
The Nuggets trail. Murray outside. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slings it in.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Lillard outside. Feeds to Nurkic, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard. It falls!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Murray against Cantor. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. McCollum right side. He kicks to Powell. Back to McCollum. It's in!
He's an experienced player in clutch situations. I mean, McCollum loves being the guy that takes these important shots.
Murray outside. Jokic. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Another in the long line of big men who can drain the three. That makes him a very tough cover.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Off the inbound pass. Count it!
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a